Oh my God. Browns wide receiver coach Chad O'Shea is going viral for comments made about Shedeur Sanders as he backs Jeudy. This is how bad teams stay bad. I'm gonna be real with you. This is how bad teams stay bad. No accountability. No accountability. The wide receiver coach refuses to hold Jeudy accountable for leading the league in drops, fumbling in the open field. No accountability is being had for Jeudy. They're not doing it. The wide receiver coach backed him in his crash out on Shedeur Sanders. This is getting everywhere. This is crazy. We got to get into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. We have to get into what Browns wide receiver coach had to say about this. This is wild work. It's wild work.
That's right.
Now, it's not on my end. You can't hear the questions coming from the reporters. That is on the Cleveland Browns end. So that's not on my end.
Would you
or you can, but they're very low.
sort of start with, how do you sort of summarize what's kind of been going on with Jeudy this season and what you guys can do or what he's trying to do to kind of get himself right?
Yeah, Jerry has approached this year no different than he approached last year, and it's been really outstanding the way he's approached it. And he's done a great job of working hard, putting the team first, and, you know, there's times that it doesn't go his way. And that's true of all players, I would say. Like, there's going to be some adversity along the way. I think Jerry's done a good job of really trying to, you know, stay focused on his job. And as we say, our job is to get open and catch the ball, regardless of the game, the opponent, regardless of the situation. And that's what we've encouraged Jerry to do. Certainly Jerry has.
He has done a good job. Get open. You said the job is to get open and catch the ball. He leads the league in drops. What are we talking about here? What are we talking? This dude has had drop problems his whole career. You just said it's his job to get open and catch the ball, but you said he's doing a good job. How's he doing a good job when he's leading the league in drops? What are we talking about here? Come on, man. Y'all got to start holding these dudes accountable. Stop pussyfooting around. Like, let's stop playing games. Come on, man.
High expectations, and he should. He's a very good player. So we've just put the focus back on doing our job. That's getting open, catching the ball, doing what's best for the team, competing in the run game, and Jerry has worked hard to try to do that.
I know you say you have to, regardless of the situation. Mm-hmm. That said, you look through his career, he's just dealt with so many different quarterbacks for a variety of reasons. Can that just sort of weigh on a wide receiver after a while that, look, I'm constantly having to adjust to somebody else throwing the football?
I mean, the more a receiver works with a certain quarterback, the better, right? So Jerry, throughout his career, certainly had a lot of different quarterbacks. You know, Jerry has he's very intelligent football player. So it doesn't take him long to work well with quarterbacks. It's just the time on task is what's most important. And, you know, I appreciate the way Jerry's gone about his business as far as, you know, knowing the circumstances that you are dealing with a different quarterback and you have, you know, several times in your career. But I always say, Jerry, let's put the focus, which he has, back on doing your job, putting the blinders on and just concentrating on that. And knowing that the quarterback does have a huge factor in, you know, our success. That's, you know, that's true. But what's most important is that we put all the focus on us and just doing our job regardless of who's throwing the ball. And, you know, Jerry's got a very unique perspective based on his past experience working with different quarterbacks and now working with a few this year, which should be advantage.
Why are we bro? He was dropping passes when Joe Flacco was starting. He had a pass on the goal line and hit his hands. He dropped it. It got picked off. He was dropping passes with Joe Flacco. He was dropping passes with Dylan Gabriel. He's dropping passes with Shedeur Sanders and fumbling in the open field. Why are we making it seem like the quarterback change is more of a problem for him. No, him being the number one receiver might be a bigger problem for the quarterbacks than the quarterback being a revolving door for him. He might be more of an issue for his starting quarterbacks than they are for him at this point. What are we talking about?
That's to Jerry because he's done that, and that's unique.
So is it the same conversation when there's the sideline argument that he and Shedeur had? Like, is that part of it, or is there something, maybe a new element when it is so visible like that?
Yeah, I think it's a work in progress, you know, and we are very fortunate to have competitive football players, and we're all trying to do what's best for the team, you know, and the competitive nature of all these guys is something that I respect greatly. And it's a work in progress to try to get on the same page. You know, the quarterback, you know, needs us to be detailed and at the right spot. And we need the quarterbacks to throw the ball on time and accurately. And everybody's got to do their job so each other can go out and do theirs, you know. And certainly that's true of all positions. It's just not unique to the receiver and quarterback relationship and working together and the development of those two players. That's true of all positions. You know, we stand by each other. They stand by each other in the huddle, and they need each other to do their job exactly the way we want it done to be successful. So it's really no different. It's just, you know, we've had some moving parts, and we're doing the best job we can of just focusing on us and trying to do the best we can for the team.
You see a sideline confrontation like that. Is that just so common in football, and most of the time it's probably just not captured by the cameras?
Yeah, you know, throughout my career, you know, I've been fortunate to be around a lot of great players who have been highly competitive, and you know, you see that happen often where players, you know, have an exchange that maybe doesn't get caught on the camera, or maybe doesn't get seen because it happens behind closed doors. But it's certainly something that you know, is kind of, it happens, and you know, it's competitive guys, and certainly, you know, I appreciate their competitiveness, and we're all just trying to do what's best, and that's to help the team win, and that's what we'll continue to do.
As someone who's, you know, you've been a play caller, you've been around a lot of play callers. What have you learned about Tommy, kind of in this last month since he's taken over that?
Yeah,
play?
Tommy Reese has been outstanding. I mean, I've been fortunate to be around a lot of good coaches, but Tommy is just very impressive as an offensive coordinator. He's highly, you know, very intelligent. He works very well with the staff. He's a great communicator. And the thing he does best is he's a tremendous leader. You know, Tommy has done just a great job of providing leadership to our offense when it always hasn't been good. You know, I think the greatest trait of a leader is how you can lead when times are tough, and he's just done an outstanding job being in front of the guys on a daily basis of providing leadership.
Listen, man, all of that is cool. You needed to hold Jeudy accountable and hold his feet to the fire. He has not played well enough. It's that simple. It's that simple. We don't need to make this about Shedeur or any other quarterbacks and make it seem like, oh, the quarterback changes is affecting him. No, bro. You've been dropping the ball that are hitting you in the hands. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.